Hey guys, Trevor here to break down the must-have lighting tool for photographers, videographers, creators, and filmmakers alike. Meet the LumeCube Studio Panel Lighting Kit, the powerful, portable, and precise two-point lighting kit with no limits. The Studio Panel Lighting Kit was designed for creators who want ultimate control of their lighting while keeping their gear lightweight, travel-friendly, and easy to use. Whether you received the 2-light Studio Panel Lighting Kit or just the Studio Panel light itself, this video will help you get a better understanding of your new lighting kit and help break down how to best use and operate. Let's get into it. Before we get into how to use it, I'll give you a little tour so you know your way around the lighting kit. We'll start with what comes inside the box. If you order a Studio Panel Lighting Kit, you'll get 2 Studio Panel lights, 2 barn doors, 2 tilt mounts, 2 70-inch light stands, 2 power cords, 1 remote, and 1 travel bag. The Studio Panel is one of the larger lights we've made here at LumeCube, standing tall at about 7.5 inches tall and about 10.5 inches wide. The larger the surface area of the light, the softer and more professional looking your light's output will be. Simply put, this thing throws some beautifully soft diffused light onto your subject. This is due to the edgelit technology that's being used inside of the light. We have 200 LEDs shining inward and passing through multiple layers of diffusion and creating a very soft and flattering light output. Moving around to the back, we have an internal rechargeable battery. This is an absolute game changer. This gives you the option to use the Studio Panel while plugged into power, or you can unplug and use it anywhere as it's powered from the internal battery source. Keep in mind, you can run your Studio Panels for about an hour and a half at full power while using the battery power option. On back, you'll also notice the back screen and side controls. This is where you will monitor, adjust, and control your light's output. To touch on the controls, we have a brightness dial, a color temperature dial, a power switch, and your power port to recharge your light. The screen will display your brightness settings adjustable from 1 to 100%, and your color temperature adjustable from 3200 Kelvin to 5600 Kelvin, and your battery life. Assuming you're using battery power, the battery life indicator is especially helpful because it shows how much juice you have at a given brightness setting. As you increase brightness, that time remaining will decrease. The more output, the less runtime you will have. On the bottom of your light, you'll find the 1/4-20 thread. This is where you'll connect your light to a light stand or the included angle mount. Now that we know our way around the light, let's get into how to use it. First, attach the angle mount to the 1/4-20 thread on bottom of your panel. This will give you extra flexibility when angling the direction of your light. Next, set up your light stand or mounting option. If you have the Studio Panel Lighting Kit, use the light stands included in the box. Then mount your Studio Panel on top of the light stand like so. You can then mess around with the angle of your light. Use the angle mount to shine your light downward, upward, or straight forward. Then it's time to power up your Studio Panel. Grab your power cable, plug into your power source, and insert the other end into the power port on side of your light. Keep in mind, once you plug in, you can start using your Studio Panel right away, but as long as it is plugged in, the internal battery will be recharging. It takes a little over 2 hours to fully recharge your Studio Panels. Next, press the power switch and your light will turn on. Take a look at your back control screen. As mentioned, you can adjust both brightness and warmth of your light. Use the top dial to adjust the brightness and the bottom dial to adjust the warmth. And you can see the changes being reflected on the back screen in real time. One of the best parts about the Studio Panel is the barn doors. If you get the 2-light kit, they're included. If not, you can buy separately. The barn doors are great at controlling the beam angle of your light. So say you're filming an interview of someone and you want to draw your viewer's eyes to your subject. You'll want your light to hit your subject and nothing else. You can use the barn doors to remove light from hitting the background and just hit your subject. The barn doors simply clip onto the front of your light like so. Whether you bought the full light kit or just the light itself, you should also receive a remote inside the box. This remote is an easy way to wirelessly control your lighting. Your remote has been pre-connected to your light, so as long as your Studio Panel is on, your remote should work right out of the box. If not, follow these instructions. On the Studio Panel, press and hold the channel button for 2 seconds until you see the small H on your screen start flashing. If you keep tapping the channel button, you can adjust the channel of your light. On the remote, use the channel button to select a channel from 1 through 9. If you're using 2 Studio Panels and want to control both lights at once, put them on the same channel. Or if you want to control your lights individually, set them on different channels. Once you've selected the channels on your light, hold that channel button again and your Studio Panel will stop flashing and you'll lock it in. Then select the appropriate channel on your remote to adjust the correlated light. On your remote, you can adjust the brightness and color temperature of your lights to your liking. If you're like me, you'll use pretty consistent settings every time you use your lights, and this is where presets come in handy. Once you lock in your preferred settings, hold down the P button on the top right of your remote. Now, anytime you want those settings, just tap the P button until it lands on your preset. You have up to 3 presets here to save your favorite looks. Well, there you have it, a breakdown of how to use the LumeCube Studio Panel Lighting Kit. If you have any further questions we didn't cover here today, send us a message on social, reach out to support@lumecube.com, or post your comment in our LumeCube community group on Facebook. We'll see you next time.